Hi friend, and welcome to my wash routine. First off, I want to start with how I safely remove rubber bands because I use them in a lot of styles. So basically, I'm just starting off with applying a generous amount of oil onto my hair to lubricate it and just make it easier for the rubber bands to slip off my hair. It is best if you leave the oil in overnight or at least up to over an hour, but I was running late on this day, so I couldn't do that. But I still wanted to show you guys the best way, the safest way to remove your rubber bands. I use the Organics shampoo for dry and damaged hair, as well as the conditioner with shea butter. And I use dry and damaged hair products because my hair is relaxed, and that means that I use a lot of chemicals and very often. So I like to treat my hair as damaged, and that way it can stay healthy. And once in a while, I like to use the Dark and Lovely Ultra Cholesterol hair treatment. It's a 5-minute treatment, so I just put it in my hair for 5 to 10 minutes and then rinse it off. It works very well with keeping my hair feeling smooth and combating breakage. It's for color treated hair, relaxed hair, and damaged hair, and so it's perfect for my hair. Before I wash, I like to detangle my hair while it's dry, just to break up the sections that I had from my previous style. It also makes the process of washing my hair much smoother, and it avoids creating more tangles while I'm scrubbing my scalp and all of that friction. I don't usually get as many tangles after I do this. Typically, I do wash my hair in the shower, but on days when I'm running late, I like to wash my hair in the sink, also for the purpose of this video, just so that you guys can see all the action. Now, washing my hair in the sink is much faster and it reduces the amount of water that I use. After I lather my hair twice with shampoo, I add my conditioner in and I let it sit for some time, and before I rinse it out, I start to detangle. Now, because I detangled my hair while it was dry, this process is not as difficult, and also detangling my new growth while it's wet is much easier because I had detangled it while it was stretched out in the beginning. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. But all in all, detangling my new growth is not so difficult when it wasn't tangled in the first place. That is why I detangle my hair dry and then again come to detangle it. Wait.
So then, why?
I t-shirt dry my hair with 100% cotton t-shirt, and the reason for that is the fibers on the towels, on ordinary towels, are too rough for your hair. They will pull and snag on your hair and cause breakage, so I do not recommend that to anybody. Now, usually I let my hair air dry, but because I have a lot of new growth, I like to stretch it out a little bit, and I use a blow dryer to do this. I am now just blow drying my hair. I'm not trying to stretch it. I just want it to get a little bit dry so that I do not handle my hair while it's completely wet. Your hair is most fragile in this state, and so you don't want to manipulate it too much when it's 100% wet. When I'm doing a sleek bun, I do not stretch my hair out 100%. I just stretch it out a little bit, but because I use a water-based gel and my hair is going to shrink anyways, I do not really focus on stretching my hair out too much. I do, however, stretch my hair out properly for the part where the braids will go, but nothing other than that.
Usually it's something that moves.
It's for dry hair. I'm sure you can see a pattern here. I am big on keeping my hair moisturized. That's why I use products for dry hair. As soon as I start to feel like my hair has enough moisture, I will stop. But for now, this is the pattern. And because shea butter is a sealant, like I said before, it works really well for what I'm trying to achieve. So basically, this is it. I used the moisturizer or the moisturizing lotion in my quick wash day routine because it's the easiest way to get all the nutrients, all the oils you need for your hair just in one little bottle. Instead of running up and down grabbing all the different oils you need, you have them all in one little lotion.
So then, why?
First things first, I'm deciding where I want the ponytail to be, and I say it will be lower back. But this is the gel that I'm using by Soft and Free. I am using a gel and not like an edge control or a wax because I do not mind the waves. If you have natural hair and you want it to be sleek, or you've straightened your hair and you do not want it to shrink, I suggest that you use a wax or an edge control like Isoplus or any other out there. I personally do not like the texture or the feeling of it. I like the matte feeling of using a gel, and it is not the healthiest. It's quite drying to your hair, and so I don't keep the style in for a long time, but it does give me my best results. So that is what I use. It does, however, shrink your hair, so this is why I don't dry my hair out 100% or try to stretch it out too much, because at the end of the day it will still shrink because it's a water-based gel. So here I created a small ponytail and I'm securing it with a rubber band. Again, there are safe ways to remove rubber bands, so do not be scared to use rubber bands ever. They are for your hair and there are safe ways to remove them, like how I showed you at the beginning of this video. What I will keep doing is just dividing off sections from the left and from the right and smoothing them down and adding them onto this anchor ponytail that I've just created.
So then, why?
The process is pretty repetitive. All I do is I detangle a little part of my hair, and then I put some gel over that section just on the top, and then I use my hard bristle brush to go over it a couple times just to make sure that it's smooth. Like I said, this gel is very drying, so I'm careful not to add any to my ends. Your ends are very fragile. They're the oldest parts of your hair. You need to take good care of them because they could just snap off. So that is one thing to look out for when you're using gel on your hair. slicking my hair back, I like to moisturize the ponytail part or the part of my hair that's hanging out, just to give that a little bit of care and to moisturize my ends properly. Make sure they are well protected in this style while it lasts. Now for the front part of my hair, I like to do a few braids simply because my bang area is much shorter than the rest of my hair, so it doesn't always sleek back properly, or I probably just don't do it right, but the style works for me and I really like it. I cut my bangs a few years ago and they still didn't really grow out, so this is why I resort to this style often. Here I'm just stretching it out, making sure that it is well stretched out because I'm trying to do braids, and braids are neater. They look much neater once they're stretched out. There are so many methods to stretch new growth or natural hair. You don't need to blow dry your hair, but like I said, I was running late, so I had to do like what I could in that moment. So this is just me trying to stretch out my hair as best as I could. I didn't do a very good job, but it was decent, and you could see that my scalp was mad dry. Like, please comment down below any remedies for dry scalp. I need it. Thank you. Deciding on a braiding pattern is literally an art. You need to take some time, or you need to find some inspiration. I got this off the top of my head. I was just playing around and seeing what would work. It was pretty frustrating at this point because the styles that I was trying to do before weren't working out, but this one turned out pretty well. I've been trying to avoid it because I thought I couldn't do it well, but I outdid myself this time. So I'm just showing you on camera how I basically prepared the braid. I used a little bit of gel just so that it could be sleek like the rest of the hairstyle, and then I just did 2 large braids and then 3 smaller braids in between them, and I loved it. Honestly, the braids were not too tight because the gel made it slippery for me to braid like that, but it still worked out. They were neatly tucked away, and that's what I was going for.
It helps the speaker lead his audience into the scene he described by creating an imaginary picture.
So I braided all the braids into one and brought it down and secured it with a rubber band so that I could braid it all together as one braid in preparation to wrap the extension hair around this anchor ponytail that we started with in the beginning. I secured it at the end with a rubber band because my hair is relaxed and it does tend to unravel at the ends, so I wasn't trying to have any slip ups or anything like that. I secured it with a rubber band at the end, and we can move on to the next step. Now I'll be showing you guys my favorite way to secure extension hair onto the back of a ponytail. Basically, all you have to take is a weft. It doesn't have to be the whole entire thing. Sometimes they're in pieces, but the longer the better. And then you fold it in half, and you take the side with the 2 ends, not the side that's folded, and you just take off a little bit of that hair like that. And then you start from the very tip of that extension hair and you start wrapping it around the base of your ponytail. And once the extension hair is done, you will get to the weft, and so you start wrapping that around your ponytail as if it was sewed on. Once in a while, or after a few turns, you should detangle just so that it makes your work easier, just like that. And you just keep going. That is basically all you have to do. Now, if you have to add more wefts, you just do it like that. I will show you in a minute how to end it off, but that is how you begin when you want to add a weft to your ponytail. of the wave that is folded over, and you're just going to grab a little piece of hair and start using that to wrap around your ponytail. You want to pull it a little bit so that it's secured, but not too tight that it will give you a headache. And you just keep wrapping, and up until you have no more hair to wrap and you're tucking it basically under itself. This also helps to hide the track. I did my little baby hairs off camera, but the style is basically done. I just need to accessorize and make it shine. I was feeling myself here. Here I'm using the Veda Avocado Oil Hair Serum. It is my favorite serum. It's so lightweight. It makes your hair feel silky smooth and it is shiny. Okay, I love the smell too, and obviously all the benefits of avocado oil. And then finally, for scents, I use the pomegranate and red berries hair and body mist by the Body Shop. And the style is almost ready. I just had to go to the store before I went to my little event, and I grabbed some gold accessories to add onto the braids that just finished the whole look. So I didn't get a clear clip of the whole style, but I'm sure you get the idea. Thanks for watching.